ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa will be, of course, moving to the next phase of his election campaign in KwaZulu-Natal, and we understand it is in KwaMashu, and we do have a reporter stationed there, Ayanda Mhlongo. Ayanda, has the president of the ANC at the stage arrived?
Alicia, good afternoon to you once again, and good afternoon to our viewers. No, we are waiting. We are told, Alicia, that any minute now, the ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa and his entourage will be making their way here to the KwaMashu fan park, where I must say, Alicia, let me just look back at the number of people that have gathered here. The crowd is growing. People started arriving here about 2 hours ago, and I must say there's great excitement, Alicia, from the community members of KwaMashu, but also some neighboring areas who decided to make their way here, wanting to at least see for themselves, engage with the president of the ANC. Some saying to us that it's a rare opportunity. Yes, it's an election campaign, but it is a rare opportunity for communities to be able to engage with the president of the country and the president of the ANC. So great excitement from the people who are out here today, supporters of the African National Congress, but we also just have ordinary community members who have come out to sort of say they also want to hear what ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa and his team, what they have and what they are committing, or promising rather, Alicia, to the people of KwaMashu. You know, as we were speaking to you earlier, speaking about the challenges that are facing community members in this particular area. We spoke, Alicia, about crime, high levels of crime. We spoke about unemployment. In fact, many of the young people here, and I'd say, Alicia, that of this crowd, 80% or so are young people. And so these are the people that are desperate to hear what the ANC president's promise is to them. They want jobs. They are graduates, they say, of some come from TVET colleges, others from other tertiary institutions are sitting at home. They want jobs. Others are saying that they just want a better education, whether it is in primary schools and high schools. Issues in their schools are not getting the same facilities as other schools. So a number, really a keen interest from the young people who are out here. As we said, Alicia, elections, of course, about the politicians, but mostly about the people who are receiving the message from the politicians, and whether or not it's a message that is resonating with people. I'm now joined by one of the residents of KwaMashu who's come out here for himself to hear what the president has to say. But thank you so much for your time. I know you come from K section KwaMashu, which is not too far from here, but also you've made that decision to come out here and hear for yourself what the ANC president is promising to the people of KwaMashu. Number of challenges in this community. Just speak to us about what are amongst the key things that you want to hear from the president.
We've been dealing with many issues here. There's been issues of service delivery in our community. You rightly say I'm from here, K section. There's issues of drugs. There's issues of service delivery. There's potholes on the road. There's crime. We have just been besieged with a lot of issues that we think that the president needs to touch to. I also must declare now that since the turn of the year, we've had some of these challenges being addressed. For example, there's a very long run of availability of electricity, something that we appreciate. We wanted to continue more than this extent beyond the election season. We also, walking around, people have water. There's been, as a resident here, there's been a shortage now of trucks moving around delivering water because seemingly water is tripling into the taps. So we're happy with that. Also, when we look around, there's also been issues with crime, serious issues with crime, but I can see that SABC is getting its house in order. I'm sure the president has got something to say around those issues. We want young people to get exposure. After their matric, they must get NEFSAS. They must go to university. We want employment. Those are the things that we see when we walk around. Young people carrying their CVs, qualified young people. We think that when we are just looking at the manifestos, it is this manifesto for me, standing here of the ANC, that has brought me here because it speaks to me. Let's speak to issues that we are confronted with on a daily basis.
Thank you so much for your time summing up there some of the challenges as you're saying, but also the good and the bad.
Yes.
And thank you for that. There has been some changes, but you're saying you want that to continue. Speaking about load shedding, Alicia, to say in the past couple of weeks there hasn't been load shedding, but it is something that communities are saying, well, we hope it will remain that way. We know the challenges that have come about with load shedding impacting businesses, people's households as well. So some expectations from the president, but also some positives coming from the gentleman that we just spoke to. Let me just bring in another resident as well. Sisangibonga kakhulu isikhathi sakho. Umongameli we-ANC uyeza lana uzokhuluma nani njengezakhamuzi zakwaMashu. Usayithulile-ke umqulu wey'thembiso zabo noma ngathi manifesto ye-ANC. Njengoba ulana namhlanje ukhetha ukuphuma ekhaya uze la, yini ofuna ukuyizwa noma ukhala ngayo njengesakhamuzi sala kwaMashu?
Ngicela ukubonga kakhulu ithuba lokuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngibeke nami olwami uvu. Engakusho ukuthi ngiphumile ekhaya, ngaphumela i-ANC elami ivoti lohlezi kwele ANC. ANC ingibekile la ngibeke khona, la ngikhona ngokujabula ngayo i-ANC. Phela engikucelayo bengicela ukuthi thina siyiyouth siyacela bandla sisafisa ukuthi kube khona abantwana abakwazi ukuthi bathuthuke emakhaya. Kunabantwana abanye abashonela abazali ababodwa emakhaya. So besifisa ukuthi umongameli wethu angenelele akwazi ukuthi abalekelele. Abanye bethu ba graduates. So besicela ukuthi bayithole imisebenzi noma ngaba ama learnership noma ama internship, at least kube khona ukubonakalayo okwenzakalayo. Nabanye abantwana abangasebenza emakhaya at least kube khona lokho okuncane okuvelayo ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi nabo bathuthuke bajabule. Kukhona nabazali abakhona abadinga usizo nabo. Bakwazi ukuthola nawo maphaselana labo ukuthi bakwazi ukufida abantwana abancane. Kunengane ezinye ezinganayo ama-uniform ebesifisayo ukuthi umongameli wethu wezwe angenelele ezikoleni akwazi ubaneza ama-uniform. Bonge nje kakhulu ithuba sisi.
Thank you so much. Right. Another resident there of KwaMashu, Alicia. Young people here, as you heard, highlighting the issue around the jobs and saying that a number of young people are sitting home without jobs. Some do have the qualifications and all they want now is the opportunity. But the lady that we've just spoken to now, Alicia, also raising something quite important, and that is, around the social development and taking care of some children, child-headed households. We're speaking to some of the smaller, younger kids who are here. There's quite a big group of young kids. Of course, they're not at the voting age. And I was just speaking to them about why they're here. They're not ready to vote yet, but there's great excitement from them saying that we see the president on the television and we're happy that we're going to get to see here today. But just a couple of them, Alicia, I was speaking to, why are you here? Where are your parents? And two of the kids said that they are being raised by their grandparents and their parents are no longer alive. In fact, the little girl saying that she was here because she wants clothes from the president, saying that the clothes that she's wearing are the only clothes that she has and that she relies on her grandparents' social grant. So some heartbreaking stories, Alicia, and these are from the younger kids that are out here. Some saying that they were hoping for a meal. They were not able, there wasn't any food at home, and they hoped that by coming here they were told that there would be some food for them. So some heartbreaking stories, Alicia, coming from the little kids around 7 or 8. Some of them have actually walked quite long distances. I mean, we are in a P section of KwaMashu, and some have come a couple of kilometers. It's not safe for these little kids to come here, but they came here on the promise that they were going to be able to get food and an opportunity to speak to the president. So some very heartbreaking stories, Alicia, with young kids saying, we want clothes, we want food as well. But I said that, Alicia, with that aside, and I do hope that they will be able to get an opportunity to at least to speak to some of the leaders of the ANC about these little kids and what they've been raising. But, if I must move out of shot just for my colleagues more, just to show the crowd here and how much, that it is growing, a lot more people are continuing to trickle in here. Great excitement from community members here. Of course, while excited, you heard from the two people that we spoke to, Alicia, that there's huge expectation on side of these community members to say, while yes, they appreciate that the work that the ruling party has done, but there is still so much more that needs to be done. Well, we wait for the president. We were told, Alicia, that any minute now he will be making his way here to the KwaMashu fan park. I'll catch up with you, Alicia, hopefully a little bit later once the president of the ANC arrives here. For now, back to you.
Thank you so much. Ayanda Mhlongo there in KwaMashu, as of course we await the ANC president to come and do some election campaigning in that area in no time. So we'll be crossing back shortly to Ayanda Mhlongo as soon as Cyril Ramaphosa touches down in KwaMashu.